probably clicked on this video because you want to be so efficient when working. You should get most of your work done in a short amount of time, like turning 4 hours of studying into 30 minutes only, right? That's maybe because you have seen this specific equation on multiple videos, right? And now you adopted the thought of increasing your output by decreasing your input increases your efficiency, which is not wrong. But I believe there's another way we could look at efficiency by using this specific diagram right here. And after reflecting on my study methods and multiple trials and error when aiming to improve my efficiency, I've come up with multiple tips that would help you get so much done in a week. So don't worry, man, I got you. Let's first get rid of the obvious things. Turn off notification, work without music, reduce your screen time, and yada yada yada. And now, let me tell you a story. Once, during the term break, before my GCSE started, I went back to my hometown to visit my relatives that I hadn't seen for almost half a year. So I arrived and they were super happy and pleased to see me. And of course, they wanted to spend some time with me. And of course, me being the little kind person I am, I started planning with them when to go out, and my family started to plan events such as a dinner, an Easter dinner, and etc. And I realized that because of that, I will have less time to study, which made me super worried because, I wanted to get a good grade, all nines, but then I stopped to think and analyze that situation. And it made me realize that actually it helped me to get so much work done in a week. Due to the fact that I had multiple events planned, I simply worked faster subconsciously because I wanted to attend them. Therefore, I figured that this could be used in our daily lives more often. That is to implement soft deadlines for certain projects, tasks, and to-do lists, kind of like a homework with a due date to finish. You might also want to check my video on time management for that too. Okay, this one is a little unusual, but hear me out. You should start recording yourself while studying. If you do any sports such as football or basketball, you might have already tried recording yourself while practicing the sport, just to see any mistakes you make and how quick your moves. But here, filming yourself when studying might just help you be far more focused and concentrated on the task in general, since you are being recorded and that might put some pressure on you to study and stay focused. But the most important benefit of this, in my opinion, is that when you check the recordings you have made, you can see when you weren't truly focused and what you were doing instead. This will in turn help you to gain far more awareness, which is very important. That would then change the way you study based on your recording. It's something I tried on a relative of mine who I was teaching, and he used to struggle to concentrate on his homework. So I started recording him, and he was far more focused on the fact that he was being recorded. And after he watched a few of his clips in the session, bro instantly turned into ultra instant. Okay, maybe not instantly, but you get the idea. So on your next study session, you might as well set a timer and start recording yourself. If you made it this far, you might want to stick up to the video for a bit longer, because at the end, I will show you a game changer concept to boost your efficiency. But for now, here's a fundamental you should follow if you want to get things done faster and better than you previously did. It's not drinking coffee before working or even drinking a full can of Red Bull for quote-unquote more energy before studying as some do, but it's to focus on results rather than the hours you put in on a task. This is why a CEO of a company such as Mr. Elon Musk has the obligation to provide more value to the company compared to any other employees who are being paid on a salary per hour. And they are pretty much guaranteed of their salary. However, they are not totally guaranteed to provide their expected value or exceed it. On the other hand, if Mr. Elon Musk does not provide enough value to the company, he might not even reach his quote-unquote normal salary. So how can you apply this as a student? Well, you could start by planning your day and planning each task to do. Add something as simple as what do you expect to achieve under it. And that worked well for me, as instead of just putting a plain do a physics past paper on my calendar, I will go to the description of the tasks on Google Calendar and add the results I expected from doing this past paper. That would be something like, after completing the past paper, correct it and identify the weak areas to work on. But it's what you do after these fundamentals and tips that make the difference between getting most of your work done a week or in 2 weeks. And do you remember at the beginning of the video when I showed you this equation on efficiency? It reminded you what it meant. To increase your efficiency, you must decrease your input and max out your output. Well, I also told you that there was another way to boost your efficiency, and that is by using this game changer concept here, the Sankey diagram. For all of y'all physicists in here, you know this, but for those who don't, let me explain. So the Sankey diagram says that energy, when it is being inputted, is to 100%. But when this energy is being used, not all of this is truly useful for the system, as some of it ends up being wasted. Got it? If yes, let's continue. And you might ask as well, Bully, how do I apply this when working on something? Well, hold it a bit, okay? As let's see the energy being inputted as your focus, which is at 100% at first. And yeah, of course, if you check your phone, videos, and other distractions when studying, most of that focus is being wasted. And you know that. But sometimes it's more because you are tired. Yes, I said tired. It's good to push through, and you definitely should. However, the human brain can only truly focus between 60 to 90 minutes. These are the hours I recommend you working for. To increase your focus, you can take breaks properly. So huge dopamine activities such as scrolling or binge watching shows are not an option, as these things need too much of your brain power. So instead, what I used to do was taking naps. It helped me rejuvenate and get to work more easily. Then you could read a book and especially socialize with people if that's something that helps you. Or something as simple as just taking a simple walk, man. Just go outside, touch some grass. You know, these small things will increase your input focus and increase your useful focus, which will make you far more efficient. My last tip is to take action on this video, but also on what you read, as nothing changes if nothing changes. But first, let me thank y'all guys for the support you have given me. I truly appreciate it. And if you're in a difficult moment and you don't really feel efficient at all, then this proverb is for you. Quand on veut, on peut. If you want, you could also take a look at my time management video. It will definitely help you with your efficiency. But you have to take action, man.